Hello everybody, today we'll be talking about a low pressure system which I have marked with a little L that's currently over Utah. And with the system it'll bring the possibility for tornadoes, damaging wind gusts, and a very small threat for hail for the deep south. We'll be diving into it, and right now we're starting with the jet stream. Currently we could see this big, strong jet stream off to the east. But what we're focused on is this one that's currently positioned pretty much right over Utah. And going into tomorrow, it's going to eject over Texas and Oklahoma and into the deep south around late tonight into tomorrow. Around midday, and in the afternoon and evening, we will be seeing another possible tornado outbreak. Now it's looking a little less significant than it was just last week, but currently it still looks bad enough. Currently, the highest threat level for tornadoes is a 10% not hatched risk, but that could change if we see an isolated cell or two ahead of the main line. And as the system kind of moves off to the east into Monday, there will be an isolated chance for storms continuing in Alabama, Georgia, and maybe South Carolina as that pushes out. And from there, it looks like a relatively calm day, so we do still have a few streaks of the jet stream we may need to keep an eye on. Going for temperatures in the deep south, and I'm actually going to change this for the deep south specific. Oopsies. I'm just going to change this real quick. There we go. Now we're specifically going to be targeting the area from around central Louisiana up to west to central Mississippi. Temperatures today relatively somewhat mild and cool, from upper 40s to low to maybe some isolated mid 50s going into tomorrow on January 5th. The temperatures significantly warm up into the 60s and 70s as that storm system comes through. That moves off to the east as well, where temperatures will lower to around the 60s, maybe some low 70s here and there. But on the backside of the storm, we could see some very cold temperatures. We're talking mid to upper 20s, maybe low 30s. Somewhat unusual for the deep south. And dew points, I'm going to go ahead and also go down to the deep south on this one. I should have done that before I started making this video, but for some reason I didn't think much about it. But there we go, for the deep south. And currently it's pretty dry, not really moist atmosphere currently. But as this system comes down, it will start to lift a lot of that moisture up into Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, East Texas, and we will be expecting low to mid 60s, maybe a few upper 60s here and there, but currently no 70s forecasted. And as the storm system continues to move east, we'll see mid 50s in Georgia as the system continues to move east, and then we should expect relatively dry, not moist air. And going into the deep south with the GFS model into tomorrow, around Arkansas, North Louisiana, and Northeast Texas, and even eastern Oklahoma, some isolated storms will start to pop up as the system moves east, and it will all form into a squall line, as you can see here, going into Louisiana, Mississippi, and southeastern Arkansas. We do have this just strong squall line that will produce some pretty intense winds. We could see some winds up to 70 to 75 miles per hour as this storm moves east, and it kind of breaks up as it goes into eastern Alabama and into Georgia. We start to see the storms just start to crumble down and dissipate as they go over into the Atlantic Ocean. We still have to keep an eye on these storms, though, because it's likely they still could pose a very isolated tornado threat and some marginal wind and hail threat. Currently, it's looking like a marginal risk. Let's go into the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center outlook for January 5th. We do have this level 3 enhanced risk, again, from around central Louisiana, around the Alexandria area. Yeah, I said that right. Through the Mississippi and Mississippi Louisiana border into western Mississippi and even southeast Arkansas, and the much larger slight risk that ranges from just northeast of the Houston area through eastern Texas, throughout most of Louisiana, southeast Arkansas, and a majority of Mississippi, and a much larger marginal risk kind of surrounding that. Tornado risk is currently at a non-hatched 10% risk, ranging from the exact enhanced area, a 5% risk ranging from northeast Houston area through eastern Texas, through a majority of Louisiana, southeast Arkansas, and a majority of Mississippi. The largest cities in that 10% risk seems to be Greenville, Jackson, Mississippi, and barely Alexandria, Louisiana. Currently, no strong tornadoes are forecasted, but we cannot rule out there could be a small possibility for a strong tornado to still occur. And winds, we are currently looking at the 30% area in that enhanced risk, and we're currently seeing 60 to 70 to possibly 75 miles per hour. Some of the strongest storms could get up, though, as high as 80 miles per hour. We'll just have to wait and see what these storms can do. Hail is a very low risk, just a 5% risk, quarter to maybe some very isolated ping pong ball size hail. We cannot rule out golf balls because it is a squall line, but if we can get a isolated supercell or two ahead of the storm, we could see some hail sizes up to golf balls. Going into January 6th, from northern Florida into southern and southeastern Georgia, we can see a marginal risk. A marginal risk there, likely a very low chance for tornadoes, quarter-size hail, not even that maybe, and some wind gust up to 60 miles per hour.